Hello everyone, I'm Bosh, I'm the butcher.
I'm Yos, I'm the chef, and we are back at the Marble and Grain Show.
Hey, today we got a great episode for you. We're talking about Teres Major, the Jewish oyster steak. I love this cut. It's one of the most underrated cuts. People don't even know what it is half the time. Yos, how would you cook it?
Oh, simple, seared. Seared, quick. This is also a great piece to start teaching people about temperature and thermometers and like why this is so important. When people ask me how long do I say till it's done or till it reads, you know, how you like it on a thermometer, whether you like it rare, medium rare, well done.
1000%. It's a lean cut. It's not very well marbled, but since the muscle itself sits on the shoulder blade, does very little work, it's very tender. Cooks very quickly because of how small it is. The largest one of these you'll find is about a pound. That's on a full market weight, 1,800 pound steer. These come at most a pound.
Let me ask you a question. So not every butcher, not every kosher store sells these, right? We do here at Marble and Grain, and we ship it directly to you from our farm. But where does this sit when they're not taking it out apart? What roast is it in? What cut is it going in?
It's not part of a roast. Sometimes what they'll do is when they make a London broil, which is not a cut, it's a cooking method, which is direct heat, then you cut it on a bias after it hits medium rare. Medium rare, once again, 125 to 135. 125 is more rare. 135 is going to be your perfect medium rare. Once the meat hits that point, you slice it thin on a bias, and that's a London broil. You'll find this attached to our flat irons that we discussed beforehand because they both sit on top of that shoulder blade with that hump in the middle. So they'll take the Teres Major off, and they'll take part of the flat iron off with it, or sometimes the butchers will just keep this for themselves.
Got it.
Because it's just such a great cut.
And totally underrated.
And they're so small, and there's only 2 per steer that it's hard to market because, oh, you want it? Great, we're out of it.
This is where it begins, with farm-raised cattle on the rolling fields of American grasslands. Top quality is not just something we say around here. It's what we believe in. That's why we go above and beyond to exceed your culinary expectations by delivering top-tier, restaurant-grade Black Angus beef. Crafted, cut, and packaged under strict supervision. Only the finest cuts make it onto your plate. Explore our carefully curated selection from the comfort of home. Indulge in the art of flavor. Savor each bite, knowing that you've chosen the very best. Marble and Grain.
So, talking about cooking and temperature, right?
Yeah, tell me about your mad butchery wires you have going on here.
Right here I brought you 2 different types of thermometers. We have in your hand, this is an instant read thermometer.
This is what I'm familiar with.
Yes. So that is, you pull the meat out of the oven or the meat's on the grill, you stick it in, this is what the meat is at right now. What this is this is a meat probe. This one actually holds up to 6 different probes, and you have different size probes for different pieces of meat. Everything's done by the tip. Same thing with here. Doesn't matter the stem, everything's at the tip. This we would put into the meat, into the center, and then let's say we're cooking reverse sear. So this is going into the oven at 225 until we hit 10 degrees under what we want to finish it at. Put it in when this hits 10 degrees under, so we want, say, medium. Let's say we want to go 130, a nice medium rare. Pull it out of the oven at 120, let it rest. We're going to sear it in a hot pan, which is going to be a coming episode where we're going to do a nice sear on a rib steak. Stay tuned. But you want to give it a little temperature so it's going to continue cooking because of the higher temperature of the oven.
Now this is also really good for like a smoker, like a brisket, just
Correct.
throw it in and then you don't have to worry about it, like, you know.
This specific model will read to my phone so I can go.
There we go. That was my next question. How smart is it?
Very.
Excellent.
I can even look back and see graphs of how my smoker went.
Up to 6 different pieces.
Exactly.
Ooh.
And the smoker temperature. So I can put this in, leave it, walk away. This is for instant reading. That's all there is. I mean, it's really simple, but without this, it's hard to make that perfect steak.
That's great. Thank you very much for laying this on me. Apparently I gotta get smarter thermometers.
You need all the toys.
I know, but.
So come catch us next episode for Marble and Grain, where you get the best cuts available.